Hello, everybody. Let's go ahead and get started with a love reading. I hope you guys had a beautiful weekend. And Saturn is now direct, so that can actually help a lot of us with getting to move forward on a lot of the things that we feel like have been, stalling out. He's been retrograde now since June. So think back to June, what was going on in your relationships, what was going on in your life, and those types of things. Yeah, so this is a Hierophant, okay? So this talks about traditional commitments, belief systems, virtues, morals, and standards. So I feel like a lot of you guys have reevaluated, because anytime a planet goes retrograde, it makes you reevaluate what it is that you're committed to. We talk about the Hierophant, and that's the hierarchy there. That's the structure, it's the system, okay? And that's like having God in your reading. And if you're not doing things that the universe or God or whatever it is that you call your higher power, if you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing, then, they come in and say, nope, do it again, right? Nope, do it again. So what do we got here? We've got the Knight of Swords, impulsive, quick-witted, direct, upfront, revolutionary, and rebel. I wasn't asking any question. I'm going to put that back and see if it comes back out. So first card out, we do have the Hierophant. Let's check and see where the love is coming in. We've got the Six of Wands. So someone here, this is about self-confidence, and that's the challenge. Somebody having the confidence to commit. We've got the Four of Pentacles. We've got the Judgment card. Okay, so someone here made a judgment in the past. Okay, somebody here not letting go. I feel like somebody here is still holding on, still holding a grudge possibly. We've got the Knight of Wands, but it is in the reverse. So someone here, like, I'm not taking in any players, because in the upright, the Knight of Wands is pursuit of lust, intense passion, and sexual desires. Someone here is like, nah, I don't, I can take it or leave it. I could take it or leave it. Like, if I'm not going to be in a committed relationship, then, that's like the last thing on my mind. It's the last thing on my mind. And I'm holding true to that. That's what the Four of Pentacles says. I've made a final judgment. I'm making some drastic changes in my life is what drastic changes. We have the Death card. So there's a major transformation when it comes to your love life. Spirit, this is talking about letting go of the past, ending karmic cycles, spiritual transformation. Okay, what do we got here? So yeah, you guys are definitely going through a huge transformation. So how are people seeing you? They're seeing you as the Six of Swords, somebody who's like moving on, moving into calmer waters. You're going through a major transition in your life right now. And I feel like, you know what, I just feel like this mental tranquility where it's like, it is what it is what, like it is what it is, I'm moving away from all this stuff. I'm moving away from anything that is not what I am wanting. Look, right down the center, we have the Judgment, the Hierophant, the Death, not devil, although that could come out too. Hopefully not. But Judgment, Hierophant, Death, side by side. Boom, boom, boom. Okay? So someone here made a judgment call about a commitment, and now there's a transformation. 2 sixes here, talks of reciprocity, give and take, okay? One of them being in the crossing position. What do we got here? We've got the Three of Wands. Somebody here looking out, making plans for their future, okay? We are making plans for the future. Expansion and growth is what this talks about. And then we have the Knight of Cups and the hopes and fears. So action of love, emotional intensity, charming, romantic. What is the possible outcome for their love life? What do we got? Wow, we have the Death card here twice, you guys. I didn't know there was 2 Death cards in this deck. There's 2 Death cards, and there was what? 2 Wheel of Fortunes. Huh. I haven't seen this one. I've seen this one. I haven't seen this one. So this is a first. So both of these are about endings and closures and spiritual transformations and letting go of the past. We've got the Butterfly here twice, and the Butterfly is about that transformation from, the caterpillar to the butterfly. And so it's like you've done a lot of growth. And I feel someone here, whoever this is, because we got another card out. Let's see what these are. Oh, you got 3 cards out. You got the Five of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Seven of Wands with the Death card. So I feel like these are clarifiers. So if there's been any type of competition, you are standing ground. Like you have stood your ground. I feel like, unless somebody here is willing to offer you up something where there's potential, potential to move forward. The aces are all about opportunities, right? It's being that it's the pentacles, it's like about like planting the seed. So I feel with the 5 of Wands, this is about, transforming. If there was any type of disagreements, you're walking away from that. You are sticking to your beliefs. I'm definitely getting someone here who is sticking to their beliefs. It's almost like, when you decide you're going to be a virgin until you're married, right? And then you meet somebody and they're like, oh, but, I feel like that's this person. Whoever this is, like, you're the person who is like, you know what? I'm not going to be intimate with anyone until I'm married with the Hierophant here. Until until there's a ring on it and we have walked down the aisle, I'm just not even going to entertain anybody, And I mean, you'll entertain dating and stuff, but you're not going to entertain them sexually. Yeah. 9 of Cups. You're looking for your wish fulfillment. I feel right now, like this is a person who is holding back. This is a person who is, has gone through major cycles ending. I mean, really, you got the Death card here twice. So this is about ending cycles and now planning for the future. I don't see this as, somebody else being in the picture. I feel like this is one person's journey. And this person has said, I've been through so many cycles in the past and, where people just want to come in. They want that fly by the seat of your pants, the Knight of Wands, where they come in and, they tell you everything that you want to hear. But when it comes to actually getting serious, like that doesn't happen because we end up being intimate with one another. And then once the intimacy is there, then all of a sudden they stop trying to get to know me. And then there's no more talk of commitment. There's no more talk of the future with the 3 of Wands here. There's no more talk of that because now they've gotten what they want and then they just move on. They're like, woohoo, I conquered that mountain, and maybe that's all it was just to see if you could get this person in, in the past, they were just here to see if they could get you in bed. And then now you're like, it created a lot of chaos and conflict in your life. And now you're taking it, taking this lovemaking thing a lot more seriously. You're taking relationships a lot more seriously. This just sounds like somebody in the past who used their sexuality, because the Death card is also Scorpio, right? So it's somebody here who used their sexuality to get what they wanted. If you thought that somebody was going to leave you, you used your sexuality to keep them, to keep them or make them stay, thinking that that was going to work. And in the end, you always ended up losing you lost. So I do feel, it's what's on your mind is the Knight of Wands. I'm not looking for somebody who wants just a one-night stand. That's not what I'm looking for. I want somebody who comes in and stays. And your hopes and fears is you're hoping that, that somebody will come in with that offer of love with the Knight of Cups. But what you're fearing is that it's going to be an empty cup. That they're just a charming romantic. But I don't see that here. I see that that's what's on your mind because of past experiences. So, but again, we just had, we're in Scorpio season right now. So this is where, people who are, they'll go back to their old cycles. The South Node's not in Scorpio anymore. South Node in Scorpio says you can't use your sexuality. Well, now the South Node's in Libra, so South Node in Scorpio in the last year and a half, we weren't allowed to use our sexuality to get what we wanted. It wasn't going to work. We had to value ourselves. And that's the lesson that we were being taught. And listen, you will be taught that lesson again shortly. It'll be back. So keep that in mind. If that's what you've always done, you're going to keep getting what you've always got, and you're not going to make it to the finish line. That's why the Death card is here twice. No, start again. No, start again. No, start again. And if you're tired of always having to start again, because that's what I'm getting here, is somebody who's had to continuously start again. And then the universe goes, no, not that way. No, wipe it off. It's almost like a cat, you know, wiping everything off the counter. No, start again. So I see that you do it. You do it each and every time. But this is where, like, now you know. Now you know. Very interesting reading. Let's get some more messages on this. All right, Spirit. So show me the Hierophant. What is the Hierophant? Okay, Hierophant, yeah, single. I'll be single until I find my till death do us part, you know, until I find somebody who is here. It's just what I said. That's confirming what I said. I'll be single until then. Because you're looking for someone to commit. And you're not going to stop. You will stay single until that happens. Show me the Six of Wands. Why is the Six of Wands the challenge? The grass is greener. All right. So, jealousy, better options, unhappy, deserving better. The challenge is knowing you deserve better. You've been through a lot. With the Hierophant here, that's Taurus. The mountain here that you're climbing is Capricorn. I almost get a very Capricornian vibe, which is also the devil as well, but doesn't mean like the devil. But it's like obsession, you know? And the Six of Wands is like, you know, being mindful that you're not ending up with somebody who's very cocky. You know, they can't walk their walk. They can talk, but they can't walk. What's the Judgment card here, Spirit? Why the Judgment? Okay, yeah, the Judgment was the relationship. You made a final judgment on a relationship here. You know, are we going to be boyfriend, girlfriend? Are we going to commit to one another? And because that didn't happen, boom, death. Boom. I mean, that's just it. This person, it looks like they were cocky. They were holding back. You know, they were just wanting to come in, you know, and have sex, and that was it. Why the Nine of Cups? You chose yourself. So this is someone here who chose themselves. It was like, no. Yeah, Nine of Cups is spiritual awakening. Okay? Enlightenment, epiphany, life lessons, and rebirth. But it was in the reverse. So this talks about, like, this was the unawakened version of you. You know, maybe for some of you, it was an addiction. You know, maybe you were drinking too much or under the influence of, you know, whatever. And I mean, it doesn't even have to be that. It can just be of like what you've been through. So what about this? Yeah, I put the Knight of Wands is what I was going to say. Knight of Wands in the reverse. And look what we got here. Breakup. You broke up with them. You were like, so this is basically absolutely confirming everything I just said. You broke up with this Knight of Wands. You broke up with the player. You broke up. You were like, you know what? I don't have time for this. You know, if this is all it's going to be and there's no talk of commitment, then I got to go, you know. It's funny how people will try to come in and try to talk you into, you know, their way and make you believe that their way is the best way. And it's like, you know, oh, we don't have to commit because, you know, it's just fun the way that it is. Why do we need to put a label on it? You know? So show me the Death card. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. You put date in the reverse. So you put an end to this. You're like, well, then we're not dating anymore. For some of you, you've decided, you know what? I don't even want to date right now. I'm just going to wait. What's the Four of Pentacles? Ooh, letting go of the snake. If you were holding on to this snake, you got the Four of Pentacles with the snake in the reverse. So you're letting go of, you know, people who are deceitful. You know, this is like, what is that? Snake oil, where they sell you snake oil or whatever, but it's like really just temptation, shady, you know, energy because they don't want to commit. So, you know, they come in just enough just to get you on the hook, and then they kind of, they don't fulfill anything. And then right when you're starting to walk away, they come right back and they're like, oh, you know, and the fact of the matter is they know how to do that. They know, you know, how to get you back on the line until you're finally just done. And then when you're done, you're finally done. And then they're like, oh, wait, hold on. I'm not done yet. Yeah. You weren't paying attention to the signs and synchronicities. That's why. I'm going to put that back in because I wasn't asking any questions. And mind you guys, I just want to let you know, all my cards are in the upright as usual. So anybody who is new to my channel, you will see that I always start with an upright deck. And if they come out in the reverse like they have, I take them that way, okay? And so we did have the snake in the reverse. So show me the Six of Swords. What do we got for the Six of Swords? Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, they see you walking away from third-party relationships. You're clearing your energy. You know, a third party, there was some type of interference, competition, and now you're moving away from that. You're fully moving away from that. You're like, no. Show me the Three of Wands, Spirit. Please show me the Three of Wands. Divine timing. I feel like for a lot of you, you've felt like, man, is it ever going to happen? Like, it just feels like, you know, I can't see the forest through the trees. It's almost like it's never my time. Well, Saturn is the ruler of time. So it's in Saturn's time, not your time, okay? Time is a human construct. I say I'll be there at 9 o'clock. I might get there at 8:45. I might get there at 9:30. But I got there, you know? And so if you're a person who tries to control time and when it comes in, well, then that's going to be on you, okay? So let's try not to do that. Yeah, so I do have, you know, with the two, let's see what this Knight of Cups in your hopes and fears is. Okay, so between the lines, but it showed up in the sideways position. So this is about the Knight of Cups in the hopes and fears is hoping that someone is like on their way in, you know, and that they're actually going to be here. And I feel like for a lot of you, you're going to have to learn how to read between the lines when people come in. Like reading between the lines is like listening to your own intuition. You know, it's one thing to listen to what they say, but it's another thing to watch what they do, right? So, you know, what is the hidden meaning behind what they want? So if they're just wanting to come in to get you into bed, you're going to know that. Especially with what I just saw. I feel like for a lot of you who's already been in that, you're going to know. And whoever it is that I'm tapped into is like, no, they're not even going to get that until we are like committed and, you know, we're actually, which I think we need to go back to anyway. Yeah. So we've got surrender that just flew out and it was on the death card. It flew out and it says, just let go, release, give up, you know, just have patience, give up on, you know, the past, let it go, learn the lesson. And then what do we have for this death card on the other side? Ooh, mystery. I think for some of you, you're a little confused right now as to what to do. But I kind of feel like that's a little bit, yeah, confused. I feel like, okay, someone here is conflicted and wants to maybe come back. For some of you, they're wondering what you're doing. For others of you, you're wondering what they're doing. I think you're going to run back into this person. You might run into somebody from the past because we have mystery, player, and we have fated meeting. Be mindful that they're not a snake charmer. Make sure that this person coming back, okay, because we've got music at the bottom of the deck, make sure that this person isn't just trying to come back for a hookup. You know, just to see if they can start over with you and keep doing what they've done in the past, you know, and maybe you're over it now. I think whoever it is that I'm tapped into, you're a lot smarter than that. I feel like, you know, this person, you know, has maybe also learned their lessons from their past mistakes. What is the ultimate? What is this player all about? Why is this player here? New love. New love. So either this is somebody that you've known in the past where the two of you guys, like they've learned their lesson because Saturn is the ruler of karma. And, you know, they've had their karma and they want to come back out and they want to, you know if you guys can start over. And, you know, and you're going to have to read between the lines on this one. Is this person changed? Because, you know, it can take a long time. People don't change overnight. Or is this where you decide, you know what, I kind of want to take my chances and find someone new? So I feel like with each one of you, it's going to be something different. That's why it's important to get a personal reading, but it's also important to use your intuition. You know, you don't want to be taken into this, well, you know, are they going to cheat again? You know, because you can roll the dice. It's okay if you roll the dice. Lesson learned. No mistakes are ever made. Lessons are learned. So if you decide that you want to go back and you want to try again, because the player is looking at this breakup. The player is also looking at the Knight of Wands, which is clarifying. The breakup is clarifying the Knight of Wands in the reverse. So the player knows, like, I created this ending. And because of that, like, I'm hoping that I can run into them again. Like, it's almost like they're hoping, like they're looking everywhere. They see a car that looks like yours. And I'm like, they're like, oh my God, is that you, you know? Because with the player over here, look at this. He's like wondering what you're doing, wondering if you would ever give him a chance again. Because he's looking at this breakup like, shit, you know, I caused this. So, very interesting. What is the advice on this reading, Spirit? Wow, children. Stop acting like children. Heal your inner child. Okay. Or focus on your children. Keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. Wow. Oh my God. Reconciliation. Engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. Whatever that means for you. Bottom of the deck. Careful of codependencies. Addictions are affecting your love life right now. I'm going to leave that there. That one's subject to interpretation. Each one of you is going to interpret that a little bit different. Anyway, you guys, I want to thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. Like, share, and subscribe if you've made it this far. It really does help my channel grow. I love you guys also very much. Check me out on Facebook and Instagram. Thank you to everyone who has donated my channel, and I will chat with you again soon. Take care.